Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In case you see me for the first time, my name is Marina. I was born and raised in Russia and I just moved to the United States 3 years ago. So I'm this Russian who's gonna teach you 50 common phrases in Russian right now.
Back to San Francisco.
Our minds may change.
If you're interested in Russian culture or maybe you're traveling to Russia, this is going to be super useful for you because I'm going to include hacks how to pronounce Russian words and how to communicate with Russians, and also I'm going to include very modern Russian phrases. Phrase number 1, and this is the way you say hi in Russian. Super easy, remember, Привет.
Привет. Привет. Привет.
Привет is informal. If you want to sound formal, you can say Здравствуйте. I know this is super complicated and you're like, what did she say? Okay, again, Здравствуйте. This is a formal way to say hi in Russian. So you can either go by Привет, and we would love if you say Привет. Like, I am amazed by foreigners speaking Russian. Please, don't be ashamed. Just go out and say Привет. Don't think about Здравствуйте if that's too complicated for you. To say yes in Russian, you say да. In order to say no, you can say Nyet. In order to say maybe, you can say Наверное. Наверное means maybe. Tough part. We Russians, we say yes, no, maybe all together in one phrase, and that actually makes sense. So you can say Да нет, наверное. And this phrase means that you are leaning towards saying no. So for example, somebody asks you, do you want to go to Moscow next week? And you're like, Да нет, наверное. Which means, no, not really. I don't want to go to Moscow because maybe you have to finish some stuff in St. Petersburg before you go to Moscow. So you can say Да нет, наверное, which is, if we translate it verbatim, means yes, no, maybe. Next phrase, my favorite, because here's the life hack. I love you in Russian is Я люблю вас. Я люблю вас. But you can say Я люблю вас really quickly. And that would sound Я люблю вас to any Russian. Compare Я люблю вас, Я люблю вас. Really similar, and every Russian would understand what you mean. So super easy to remember, Я люблю вас fast, and you get I love you in Russian. Okay, other ways to say hi. Доброе утро. If we translate it word to word, we get good morning. Доброе утро.
Доброе утро.
Now, during the day, you can say Добрый день. It's good day or hello. Добрый день. And if you want to say good evening, you can say Добрый вечер. Good evening. Добрый вечер. Okay, the next phrase you say after you greet a person, you tell him how happy you are to see him, and you say Rada, тебя видеть. If you're a female, if you're a man, you say Rad, тебя видеть. Rad, тебя видеть. Good to see you. There are a couple of ways to ask how are you in Russian, and giving you some background. In America, when we ask how are you, we do not expect an explicit answer. We just expect, the person to ask how are we and maybe say good or fine. In Russia, if I call my mom and she asks me how are you and I say I'm fine, thank you, she would be offended. Now in Russia, you have to go and talk about your life in the period since you've last talked to that person. So if my mom calls me every day and she asks how are you, I have to answer what we've eaten for breakfast, what we've eaten for dinner, what we've done yesterday evening, blah blah blah. So you have to actually share. This is how Russian friendship works. We share a lot of stuff if we're friends. So if somebody asks you how are you, not only you should say that you're fine, you should also tell that you're enjoying your Russian trip, that yesterday you've been to the Mariinsky Theater and you're in love with ballet. Please remember that. People would understand, but it's considered a little rude just to reply with okay, I'm okay. That's it. Russia. So, как дела? How are you? You can also ask, which is more complicated, как поживаешь, which means how is your life going? Как поживаешь or как дела? If everything is going well, you say хорошо, which is well, I'm doing well. Хорошо. And then you go and talk about how you're enjoying your life. If everything is awesome, you can say Прекрасно. Прекрасно. Awesome. If you are not doing really well, it's okay in Russia to share, like share. I'm fine or so-so is неплохо. Неплохо, which is not bad. And then you can complain, it's okay as well. And in order to thank a person for asking this question or just thank a person in general, the word thank you in Russian is спасибо. Спасибо. Okay, now if you want to ask a person's name, you ask Как вас зовут? And this is a formal way to ask it because вас is you with a capital letter. We don't have that in American, in English. If you want to be more informal, you can say Как тебя зовут?
А как тебя зовут? Василькова.
What is your name? Как тебя зовут? And in order to answer, you say Меня зовут Marina. My name is Marina. And by the way, guys, if you are planning your trip to Russia or if you want to brush up your Russian language skills, I have a company that can help you. Linguatrip.com is a booking platform for language courses all over the world, and we work with a lot of schools in Russia. And guess what? There is a school in St. Petersburg that we work with really closely, and I rent my own apartment to students that come to Russia. We moved there when I was 7 years old and I moved out when I was 25. So if you want to live in the same apartment, it's pretty central. Outside of July, it's always available to book on linguatrip.com. So the link will be below. Come to Russia, learn Russian, and attend the local language school with other people who study Russian as well. Let's move on. If you are excited about the information I'm giving you in this video and you find it super useful, you can thank me by saying Bol'shoye спасибо. This is a translation of thank you so much. Like спасибо is thank you, but thank you so much is Bol'shoye спасибо. If you like this video, go ahead and type in a comment below saying Bol'shoye спасибо. Try and type it in Russian. Let's see how it goes with you guys. If you want to say that's alright, you say не за что. If somebody says thank you and you're like, no worries, it's okay, не за что. If you want to say excuse me, you say извините. Извините. Another way to say excuse me is простите. So basically they're pretty much the same. So it depends on what you want to use more. Простите or извините. If somebody stepped on you or pushed you and somebody's saying извините, you can say no worries, right? And no worries in Russian is ничего страшного. Ничего страшного. Okay, now let's move to a little more complicated stuff. When you want to ask somebody if they speak English, you ask them «Вы говорите по-английски?» Вы говорите по-английски. And by the way, you would be surprised how many people do not speak English in Russia. So be ready with these phrases. Write them down, take them with you. Вы говорите по-английски. Do you speak English? The next phrase you should learn is that you don't speak Russian well. Я плохо говорю по-русски. My Russian is not good. I speak Russian really badly. Я плохо говорю по-русски. If you want to say excuse me in a sense that you are asking somebody to repeat something, you can say что простите? Что простите? Or you can just say что? Что? What? What do you say? Excuse me? Что? If somebody's speaking too fast, you can tell them говорите медленнее. Говорите медленнее, which means speak slower. If you are lost in the city and you want to find your way, you can ask как пройти к, and then you include destination. For example, how do I get to the Hermitage? Как пройти к Эрмитажу? Как пройти к Эрмитажу? Exclamations in Russia. When you like something, you can say класс. And this is a common word. We have it in English, we have it in German, we have it in a lot of languages. So you can just say класс, and that will be Russian as well. Another way that we say awesome, wow, is круто. Круто. Wow. And of course, you can just say wow. We understand wow. Wow. If you want to inquire about the price, you can say сколько это стоит. Сколько это стоит? How much does it cost? If you do not understand what's going on, you can say Я не понимаю. Marina, I don't understand. Я не понимаю, Marina. Or if you understand, the part не just goes away and leaves you with я понимаю. Я понимаю means I understand. Okay, super weird thing. Everybody thinks that when they come to Russia and when they drink alcohol, they say na zdrowie, which sounds a lot like a Russian phrase, but it's actually from Poland. And yes, Polish people use it, but Russians do not use it. Russians only use it when they're with foreigners because they know foreigners are gonna say na zdrowie and they're like, okay, we're gonna say na zdrowie as well. I do that. But when Russians drink, we don't say anything. We're like, чокнемся. That means like, let's kick our glasses. Чокнемся. If you're in a really Russian environment, instead of just saying one word, we would go and talk about the meaning of life and the meaning of happiness. Again, Russians love to talk. But you can always say this that we understand because it has the meaning in Russia. It means that you're drinking for health. But how can you drink alcohol for health? That's a question. Let's move on. If you want to wish somebody a good meal, you say приятного аппетита. And it is very common to wish somebody to have a good meal. Or we say it all the time. Приятного аппетита. Because food in Russia is very important. Lunch consists of 3 dishes. We have soup, we have main dish, we have dessert. So, oh my god, we love to eat. And you will be amazed how great food in Russia is. Oh my gosh. Ginza restaurants, any restaurant that belongs to that chain, oh my god, they're my favorites. If something is tasty, so you come to a Ginza restaurant, you say вкусно. Вкусно means tasty. If you don't like the food, you can say фу, which is like ek. It's not very polite, but people will get it. Фу. If you want to say high five, and we do that a lot in Russian, it's дай пять. High five, дай пять. If you like something, you can say мне нравится. I like it. Мне нравится. Again, with just adding the не part, you can say I don't like it. Мне не нравится. I don't like it. Мне не нравится. If it's your first time in Russia, you can say я первый раз в России. It's my first time in Russia. Я первый раз в России. If you want to ask somebody to add you on Facebook, and yes, we use a lot of apps in Russia. We have WhatsApp, we use Facebook, we use Uber. Uber is a really good way to move around St. Petersburg and Moscow and some other cities in Russia. But LinkedIn is blocked. And I assume maybe some other websites are blocked as well, but the majority of services work. So you can ask a person to add you on Facebook and you can say «Добавь меня в Фейсбуке». «Добавь меня в Фейсбуке». When you miss somebody, you say «Я скучаю по тебе». I miss you. Я скучаю по тебе. If you want to stop something, you say stop. Stop. In Russian, it's the same. Let's wrap up this video with a couple of phrases to say goodbye in Russian. До свидания, which means see you soon. До свидания. Пока is an informal way to say bye. Пока, пока. If you are saying somebody, if you're wishing a good night to someone, you can say спокойной ночи. Good night. Спокойной ночи.
Спокойной всем ночи.
And if somebody is going away, you can wish them a safe trip, which is счастливого пути. Счастливого пути. Alright guys, this is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are still watching. If you're still watching, please like this video so that I know that it was super exciting for you and you watched it up to the very end. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, there is a red button below. I will be traveling to Russia this summer and please expect a lot of cool videos from Russia. Ask me questions about Russia. I can answer them in English. I can communicate with you from an American perspective, whatever. Okay, I hope you liked it. I will see you soon and пока-пока!